Hello everyone, this is Richard, and in this video I'm going to be doing an overview of the new plugin I've recently updated called WelcomePro. So this is compatible with Spigot 1.8 and with Bucket 1.7. So basically you may have noticed that it adds this message when you join, and this is fully configurable. So rather than using config files though, it stores text files in a folder. So basically you configure everything with commands. I'll probably eventually switch to a config file in the next version, but I'll also show a few other things, and I just want to mention regarding installation that you install this just like just like most normal plugins. You just copy it in the plugins folder, the jar, and it should work automatically. So when you start out, you'll have this automatically, and the welcome back detects if you've logged into the server before. I have, so it'll say welcome back. If you haven't, it just says welcome. And then the server name is configurable and the message is configurable, and there's also a message type that's configurable. So just like many plugins, I've switched the command system to use a core command, like a main command, and then a bunch of parameters of that command. So the main command is /WelcomePro, although it also has an alias of /WP, so you can use that. And this will just tell you the different commands. Right now there's only two commands, set and version, but set allows you to configure any of these values to what you want. So we'll start out by configuring the server name. So all we have to do is type /WP set and then server name, and then we can enter whatever name we want to, and it can include spaces. So we can actually do test server 1, and now it'll say server name updated to test server 1. And so that saves it in the text file and updates it in memory. And now if we were to disconnect and reconnect, then it would just now say test server 1 there. So the next thing we can configure is whether it's a message of the day or not, and then we can also configure the message. So in order to configure whether it's a message of the day, well, let me just explain the difference. So first we'll configure the message, and then I'll show you the difference between the message of the day and a non-message of the day. So we'll say WP set, and basically there's 3 lines, or there can be up to 3 lines on the message. Each line has a limit of 35 characters, and so we can essentially have up to 105 character long messages. I would do it as all one line, but there's actually not enough space in this chat. Like it limits you at a certain amount of characters, and so you wouldn't be able to make use of the full 105. So I figured it made more sense to do it as 3 separate lines. So we'll type /WP set line 1, and then we can say this is a test message, ! And so now it's going to update the line, and now we can say this is the second line, this is the second line, and we have to put it as updating line 2 now. And now that'll update, and if we try and make something that's way too long, like if we try and go over the 35 characters, it tells you, I programmed it to tell you how many characters you went over, so you know how much to cut your message shorter. So we can say this is a really long line that won't fit. And now it's going to say the max length is 35, the line you entered is 41 characters. That's an actual slight bug there. It's actually copied from the server code, that's why it says the name you entered is 41 characters. But we can then just shorten this to this is the last line of the MOTD, and so now it updated. So you don't have to have all 3 lines set, you can only have 1 or 2 if you want to. But now if we quit and rejoin, it will just show it, and now it says message of the day, this is a test message, this is the second line, this is the last line of the message of the day. So, with that message of the day text, if you don't want this here, because say you don't change your message every day, and you just want to have a message that's the same every day, and it's going to be like a static message, so you don't want people thinking that's going to be changed every day, all you have to do is say WP set message type to message. And if you want to go back to a message of the day, you can just do message of the day. So if I go back to setting this to message, and then I disconnect and reconnect, you'll see that now there's no longer a message of the day line here. So that is the main overview for it. The permissions will be in the thread, both on the Spigot MC site and on Bucket Dev. And in order to even see this message, you need to have the, I think it's WelcomePro.welcome permission. although it may be different. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And so if you don't have that permission, you won't even see this message. So make sure when you're testing it out or configuring it that you give any groups that you want to see this message that permission. And to configure it, you just need, I think, WelcomePro.admin. And that will allow you to then run these commands. So there's also one other feature that in this update is not configurable at the moment, but it will be in the next. So I'll actually, well, it's manually configurable. You have to go edit in the text file. So I'll just go real quickly show an overview of that, and then we'll hop back into Minecraft and I'll show how it works. Alright everyone, so I am in the server folder, and this is just a standard server folder. I'm using Spigot 1.8 to test it. So we'll go over to plugins, and over here is WelcomePro. So with that, I'll just head to the WelcomePro folder, and that's where all the text files are stored. So right here, you'll notice a join message and leave message, and these aren't configurable by command. At the moment, they're only configurable by the text file. By the time you're watching this, though, I may have actually released the update to make them configurable by a command. But if they're not when you're watching this, then all you have to do is open the text file, and then you can simply change it. You can use any formatting codes you'd like to, like any chat formatting codes, which you can actually find on the Minecraft wiki. Just search formatting codes if you don't know what they are, and that will allow you to set the color and whether it's bold and italic, etc. And so all we have to do is we can simply change this to say has come online, or I think actually that's the way Skype says it, but we can say has come online and has gone offline, or you can change it to anything you want. And this is just an additional feature because I figured people would want to be able to set this and wouldn't want to have to get another plugin to do it. So now, if we were to go into game, it would work. The problem is, well, you would have to actually reload from the server. But the problem is, since I don't have anyone else to get on right now, I can't show you guys. But yeah, it does work. I've tested it. So yeah, that's about it for this overview. Thanks for watching, everyone. Richard out.